following video was shared by a fetus, a young man who was out one evening to investigate the story of an abandoned and also apparently haunted asylum located in Broby, Sweden. Many people have found their end in there. It is said that several ghosts still roam this old building, and the young man went out to see if this was actually the case. After this blood-curdling scream, the young man filming seems to be capturing a shadow person that can briefly be seen escaping through the door. Could that be possible? Did they capture something from a different time? Or was this just a trick of the eye? Even if so, where did that creepy scream come from? Who can say? This video was shot by a night officer who was patrolling a big school. Tonight, while he was walking the hallways, he felt like someone or something was trailing him. He also heard odd noises echoing through the empty building. Realizing he was completely alone, he started to document.
Les digo, y estoy yo solo.
You can hear strange sounds coming from somewhere inside the school. The officer keeps documenting, but what happens next gave him the chills. Suddenly, a distant scream reverberates down the corridor, sending fear through the officer. When he later looked into the school's history, he found out 2 students had died on that very hallway. Then he steps into a classroom.
No manches. Se cayó la silla.
The chairs that were neatly placed on the tables crashed to the floor all by themselves. He turns to look, and the room is empty. Reviewing the security footage, he discovered even more unsettling moments were recorded. The following night, he captured something even more disturbing.
Oigan, miren, no sé si alcancen a ver ahí en la ventana. Ahí, que se vea, ¿sí ven? Se alcanzan a ver la sombra.
At the window, a dark figure briefly appears behind the glass panel before vanishing completely. It seemed that this activity was growing stronger, and it's uncertain how this situation is being dealt with. Backyard. While he was just scrolling through the video feed, he noticed this strange motion event that caught his attention, and he's never seen anything like it before. On any of his security cameras, he has no reasonable explanation for what he's captured here. On the right side of the screen, in the backyard, a strange orb-like shape is seen, floating towards the dark corner of the yard. The white orb seems to change shapes, shifting into what almost looks like a person walking, and then suddenly disappears. Even more interesting, it seems that somehow the spirit actually activates the motion lights in the user's backyard before disappearing. There's definitely something eerie about this footage. What could this possibly be? This is an eerie investigation video, which was forwarded to me by Zodiac. The story goes that two friends were exploring a supposedly haunted building one day, which was visited by the ghost of a lady once in a while. Why, however, is not exactly known. Well, as they are walking through the ruins of this former place, the cameraman captures something on his device that shouldn't have been there, and he didn't realize it at first. Was it perhaps the spirit of the lady that was lingering and waiting for the two? Or is this just a spooky hoax? This video comes from Reddit user FlickScreen. He caught this footage late one night with a security camera outside his house that monitors his vehicles. He claims that there have actually been strange occurrences regarding this truck before, including the tailgate opening on its own one day, for really no reason at all. He also has a running joke that the truck is haunted or cursed, although he says he's not sure if these are just jokes anymore. Let's see what happened. The footage clearly shows the driver's side door of Flick's truck opening on its own, which is creepy enough. However, viewers noticed that there appears to be some sort of apparition directly next to the door. It's important to note that the uploader also specified that this never happened to this door before, and mechanically there's really no reason for this to occur. A strange shadow can clearly be seen drifting towards the truck and evaporates only moments before the door opens. Is this a spirit caught on camera? Maybe the entity messing with the truck of his. A very interesting capture, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. Now we want to take a look at some updates from user Dude My House is Haunted. The couple has been living in a haunted house for quite some time, until this June. They were forced to leave their home after all the paranormal activity got a bit too much and dangerous for them. The uploader always said that he was never sharing these encounters for clout, but to seek help. Apparently the activity got worse and worse the more he was sharing these encounters on the internet. For whatever reason, the woman got attacked multiple times in this house, wanting her never to return to this place. They currently only return to move all of their belongings out of the house. The following, however, was one of the last and pretty concerning encounters the couple was facing at the time.
Babe, can you make me something to drink? I got a little bit left. What flavor do you want? Terrible. Hey. Yeah. Hey. No.
This was one of the most frightening experiences for the couple, resulting in an injury. Shortly before that, a strange shadow might have shown itself in the office of the uploader as well. After moving into his son's house, the man is sharing another video after receiving a ring notification from his old house that is still hooked up to the security system.
Hey everyone, I just want to let everyone know that Eb and I are okay. We're staying at my son's house. We've been there for weeks now. I don't know how much longer we're going to be able to stay there, but I was going to go tomorrow to the house to pick up some stuff that we desperately need, and I get this weird ring notification, and I'm at a loss for words.
What do you think is going on in this house? Certainly something malevolent, no doubt about it. This is really one of the more creepy cases we have heard of lately, isn't it? A security team reviewed their video footage after a staff member reported feeling something brush against her hair, even though she was completely alone. They confirmed there were no windows or vents in the room. No breeze could explain it. Yet on video, you see a faint movement behind her shoulder, like an unseen hand gliding through. Is this a camera trick? Or did an invisible presence really reach out? This eerie clip raises more questions than it answers.
Bueno, acá se ve un patio, pero es todo campo. Y me senté 2 segundos acá y... ¿Lo ven? ¿Lo ven ahí? Hace unos segundos se está asomando algo y... Yo veo... ¿Ven? ¿Lo ven? ¿Se ve? ¿Ven? Mira. ¡Ey! ¡Ey! Concha de la lora. No veo nada, la puta que lo re me parió.
Porque después se dan vueltas.
Me doy vuelta, me doy vuelta todo alrededor, no hay nada.
Menem utiliza los recursos del Congreso para tener un montón de gente que lo asesora.
La casa estaba abandonada porque dejamos toda la cosa ahí, pero...
Esta gente que hoy se denominan trolls en redes sociales.
Se escucha
Yo no creo en eso. Por eso me enfrento a esa situación. Es su manera de vivir la comunicación. No lo necesité y no lo necesito nunca. Imagínense que vengo del periodismo como yo no creo en esa forma de comunicar. Entonces, yo, como evidentemente él siempre trata de tergiversar,
no, estoy re loco.
me remito a las redes
no, estoy re loco. Bueno, si vieron algo, me dicen en los comentarios.
Also, this shadow in the doorway has never been explained. Aside from that odd whisper, notice the clip of a broadcast that kicks in around halfway through. Maybe it's an editing glitch, or perhaps the spirit is using the radio waves to reach out. Could this presence really be meddling with the signal to let us know it's there? How creepy. Jody Jam is working night shift in another pretty old hotel and states that tonight she was hearing pretty eerie voices from the hotel's basement, and then even noticed the heavy fire door opening on its own. Which basically is impossible, and therefore she started recording.
Since when does it do this? I just heard the door slam like 2 times. I'm like, door. Hello? Oh my god. Oh my. Somebody's playing a joke on me.
A search of the basement revealed nothing, which makes many believe that we might have witnessed a paranormal encounter here. Was it a spirit yelling for help? Some commenters believe that this is the case, and who knows what exactly lingers in these old walls of this antiquated hotel. This was filmed by a coast guard patrolling the sea at night. He had no idea, but his camera might have caught some spirits drifting on the water's surface. It was far too late and too risky for anyone to be swimming. Besides, these shapes were way out beyond the safe zone. Could this coast guard have captured a real spirit encounter? This recording was shared by an officer who stated that they noticed something strange in the abandoned building across the police station. Their CCTV camera captured what appeared to be people, even though nobody was living there. It is pretty clear that there are two outlines that are not accounted for. How is this possible? As stated before, nobody was living in this building at the time. Was it perhaps two visitors from the afterlife? The following is an interesting clip that has been uploaded by StayRB to the paranormal section of Reddit. The user states that he grew up around his grandparents, who were the owners of a local pub. People always said that this pub was haunted, and some even stated that they saw ghosts in there themselves. Today, RB is sharing a short clip that he could get from the camera of the place. He states, "This is a small clip I have on my phone from the pub's camera. It's showing the man who used to follow me in my grandparents' pub. My grandma always said the pub was haunted, so I'm going with ghost. No one else would have been there at the time in the morning." We can see somebody peeking around the corner here. Pretty creepy, to be honest. His family does believe that this was indeed a paranormal encounter. Of course, there's no proof for this claim. Maybe it was just a creepy guy. But why would anybody do this if it wasn't a staged incident, of course? Who can say? In this video, a concerned mother is recording her daughter due to troubling statements made by the little one. According to her daughter, there's a presence or entity inside the closet causing movement. She managed to catch a glimpse of this activity through the gap beneath the closet door, but couldn't identify who or what was inside. This deeply alarmed the mother because they've been experiencing unusual incidents at home for a while now. Cheryl, the mother, doesn't explicitly detail what transpired, but she's now convinced that something else is happening in their house. One day, while Cheryl is sewing in her room, her daughter, who's playing with her toys nearby, informs her of movement in the closet. Cheryl promptly grabs her phone and starts recording, sharing this unsettling experience.
Hey guys, just wanted to jump on really quick because I had to stop sewing. My daughter just said that something weird really happened and we've been experiencing a lot of strange things lately, just different noises and stuff. Don't mind my mannequins, I sew for a living, so. Can you tell mommy what you just said?
I think there's something under the door.
Under the closet door? Is that what scared you? It's okay. What?
A chilling mannequin in the room begins to sway on its own, before abruptly falling to the ground. Both Cheryl and her daughter are left shaken, as neither of them was close to the mannequin when it moved. They were too far away to have influenced it. Perplexed and unnerved, they hastily exit the room. Cheryl keeps mannequins in her bedroom because she now works as a seamstress from home. Cheryl, however, remains skeptical, especially since strange incidents had been occurring even before she acquired the mannequins just a few months ago. On another occasion, Cheryl's daughter is playing in her mother's room when the following unfolded. Cheryl's daughter approaches the closet, seemingly drawn by a noise from the inside. She scans the area to determine the source of the sound, but finds nothing. So what exactly do you think was captured on camera? Cheryl has yet to provide her interpretation. But many believe that something paranormal might have happened here. Who can say? We want to take a look at a clip from Corey Scherer, and he's talking about an investigation that took place, and nothing really crazy was captured at the time. Only after cleaning up, some of their team members might have caught something really fascinating. Let's take a look.
The investigation was over. Everybody was packing up to leave. It was 3-something in the morning, I believe. And it was 3-something in the morning, and one of the guys was cleaning up downstairs in the basement. And he said that he got pushed down the stairs. I was like, what? So I grabbed my camera, I run down the basement, and then this happened.
3:51 a.m. We were just down here 30 minutes ago investigating. What was that?
Okay, guys, did you see it? If you didn't see it, we're gonna roll the clip again. We're gonna talk.
I certainly saw that. Was there a shadow figure standing
Underneath it, we're just gonna kind of play it slow-mo with like no noise.
Yeah, so guys, pretty much I walked into this room by myself, and this is also the same room where I saw, as weird as it sounds, like the first time I went to Nona's, I saw hands like coming out of the walls on the stairs.
Hands.
This is that same room.
Look. There's somebody standing. It's a little bit see-through too. Like, what is that? Wow.
And I walked in there.
It's hard to make out.
And, I was just, trying to see if I can catch anything because he said that he got pushed down the stairs. And I heard like a box getting kicked and scooting like across the floor. So it made me jump.
And as you see in the freeze frame right now, the demon is right there.
And we didn't even know it was there until we watched the video.
It's really hard though to exactly say what we are seeing. I mean, it looks a bit humanoid. But they say it is a demon, so also considering that they saw hands, could this be the apparition of a demon? I mean, let me know what you guys see here. It certainly looks really strange and interesting and not normal. I don't think this was a regular person.
We knew that, but it wasn't until we were like, hey, look, it looks like there's something in that blur.
It's really hard to say.
And
I find abandoned hospitals just have something creepy to them by nature, and they attract many urban explorers and enthusiasts who are on the lookout for some thrilling captures. The following clip was shared on the Little Wookie, and it was recorded by a couple of friends who were exploring an abandoned clinic one night, and the area was restricted, so it is impossible for another group of people to walk around, especially in darkness. Watch as a whole group of shadow people is walking past the screen, and viewers suspect that it could have been a whole family that might have deceased in there. It almost looks as if they are carrying some things though, so I can't be sure that these are not just regular people, but it's a bit odd that they're just one black mass and have no lights with them. Let me hear your thoughts, please. This video was captured by the security system of a supposedly haunted bar in the United States. The exact location or name is unknown, unfortunately. However, there's countless tales about a restless spirit who once was a customer to this establishment. After his passing, he still seems to be visiting his old waterhole, moving chairs around and spooking guests with eerie whispers from beyond the nether. Tonight, the security guard noticed some really strange orbs at first, and then took a closer look at the cameras. The man is certain that he caught the face of a spirit here, showing itself willingly on camera. Before turning into thin air again, could this be so? Is this a face indeed that got caught on camera this night? It's creepy for sure. And I don't know what else this could be. Maybe a reflection from outside? Who can say? This clip, shared by Michael66, shows a man venturing in the woods. It is not known what exactly he was doing there all by himself at the time, but he runs into a mysterious creature, seemingly sitting next to a tree. In the thread, people assumed that it could be some form of a rake creature, and I see the similarities, to be honest with you. I mean, look at these slender limbs. An indicator. This was filmed by a coast guard patrolling the sea at night. He had no idea, but his camera might have caught some spirits drifting on the water's surface. It was far too late and too risky for anyone to be swimming. Besides, these shapes were way out beyond the safe zone. Could this coast guard have captured a real spirit encounter? Ghosts of Mississippi were out on a paranormal investigation, and they like to share their own experiences on their YouTube channel. In the following video, they believe to have captured a shadow outside the doors. As they are investigating an old church and trying to contact the other side via a ghost box and other equipment, they receive the first couple of responses.
Come up to you, like slow floating. It was coming to check you out. Oh my God, that was so cool.
Of course, they made sure to be alone that day when starting the investigation. But when they place a second camcorder, it seems to pick up a figure moving in the hallway behind the locked doors. Is it of paranormal nature? It's at least a really interesting capture.
be over on those shelves down there.
Okay.
This TikTok was recorded by a user with the name of Do Not Go In There. He's staying with his grandparents that night and agrees to go downstairs into the basement to find some canned goods for his grandma, who is cooking dinner. The basement appears to have several rooms, and it feels that the young man almost gets lost between many boxes and storage containers. Besides many dust particles, he also comes across some eerie dolls and figurines. In one of the rooms, there seems to be an unidentified liquid which has been spilled on the floor. Then finally, he obtains the pickled goods.
Okay, found him.
In this moment, an elderly man, supposedly his grandfather, can be seen in the doorway with what appears to be a hammer. It's unclear what happened afterwards since the TikTok ended, but I find it's really unsettling. This clip was recorded by a user named Serpent95. And on the post it says, "My friend filmed this video while walking in Thailand with elephants. When she was back at home in Sweden, she watched the video and realized that she was not only accompanied by the street dog that night. Any guesses of what it might be? Let's take a look." Another user comments, "I agree, it's a strange clip. I'm not denying that at all. I would assume the dog might acknowledge them with at least a glance. Was there a doorway behind that wall or anything?" And Serpent replies, "No, it wasn't a door there. It's on the other side of the house. And since she was there for many months, she also got to know the people who were working there, so she didn't see anyone who wore that type of clothing." What do you guys think? Is it something mysterious? Or just a person in a weird robe? Certainly pretty eerie. The following is another submission to the paranormal Reddit section. Uploader Bartram states, "My mother took this capture on one of the first nights my dad's barbecue restaurant had opened. We had multiple instances of paranormal type activity, but this is the only capture we ever saw something in. Sadly, the restaurant burned down within the first year of it being opened, and he sold the building off. The upstairs had been gutted years before my dad had bought the building. A figure appears in the middle window. We had been told that her name is Pula. This photo was taken in the fall time of 2013. The building itself was built in the early 1900s and supposedly at one point had a morgue on the top floor. So, do we think that's what we are seeing here? A possible apparition? Quite eerie for sure." The following video was recorded by a young girl that tells us that she noticed some really unusual light flickers in one of the apartments, which is situated in a high-rise building right across from her place. Apparently, she noticed the flickering for almost an hour, and it seemed to her that nobody was home at the time. However, at some point, she saw some movement in there and recorded the following.
"I caught a ghost on camera. Wait till the end. Just as I start filming, the light stops flickering even though it had flickered non-stop for over an hour.
In the darkened apartment, we can see something floating into the screen and then disappearing. It's really strange because it looks like the shape had not fully made it out of the frame when the light comes back on. It just vanishes. So, if that was a real person, how could they just be gone? Do you think that this was caused by a reflection of some sorts? Or was it a paranormal event that was transpiring in there? Maybe something was responsible for the light flicker that was also showing itself for a brief moment. Impossible to answer.